Well, Lulu is remembered for that great movie and song To Sir With Love, as well as many other hits, but this time she's not in Australia to sing. Lulu, along with other celebrities like Peggy Lipton and from Twin Peaks and Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show, are here to meditate with her spiritual leader, and she joins us now. Good morning to you.
Hi there.
That's a real whack out of left base, isn't it?
What,
Lulu,
meditating.
Meditate. Lulu comes to Australia to meditate.
Yeah, well, I suppose it sounds unusual, but you know, it's funny. People think, I mean, like I did, that meditation was something weird and something different.
Yeah, I said to you, what do you do? Do you cross your leg and sort of a lot or something?
You do. You can't. You have to sit in a very disciplined position. But the thing is, we all meditate. We're not aware of it. You know, if you're ever concentrating on, say, a good book, you're learning something that you really want to know about, or you're watching a little baby play, you're meditating, but it's on the outside. This siddha meditation teaches you to turn your focus on the inside, and you see, we all have this kind of source of power, this dormant energy that we can turn towards whenever, you know, we want to. It's like we find, like for instance, someone like myself, who would seemingly have everything in life, material, success, happy family,
all that,
all those things. I sort of realized at a certain point in my life it wasn't everything. And when I started meditating, but you have to find a great teacher. Like
I get distracted. I mean,
well, that's why you have to find a good teacher. If you want to learn to play the piano, you have to find a good teacher. I start
thinking of other things. People have often tried to teach me to meditate, and I get a little lost in my own thoughts.
Well, you should come on Saturday to Darling Harbour.
Oh, is that where?
Yeah, we're going to give a program and talk about it.
You're a good sales lady.
Well, that's what I'm here for, you know.
Do you find that you're often having to beat that image, though, that which says there's something slightly weird in all this?
I don't find that I have to defend it, because it's something I want to do, you know. It's changed my life. I love it. And there's a source of happiness that it brings, huge happiness.
Is it more rewarding than singing and acting?
It's all part of the one thing. There's no separation between. It's not like you go into the top, sit on the top of a mountain, you know, because people do have preconceived ideas about it, and you sit there and, you know, you just forget what's going on in the world. It's all part of your life. It's to integrate meditation into your life. Well, I personally have found that it's been so beneficial in so many ways, and my husband does it, and my son does it. And I mean,
impressive.
I've come all the way to Australia, you know.
Yeah, I know you
because
have.
Gurmai is coming here. She's coming here to do programs.
Now, listen, can I ask you about Lulu, the school kid who hit the, excuse me, that's my stomach.
Your belly rumbling.
Can we bring in breakfast, please?
Give this poor woman something to eat.
Absolutely.
They don't look after you here.
Could you say that again and in a louder voice?
I think it's enough.
Now, tell me about Lulu, the schoolgirl, and how she broke into to sing. Yeah. I mean,
well, my mother says, and you know, it's definitely an exaggeration that I could sing before I could talk, but you know what I mean.
She's a good mother.
She means that I was always singing. And she would put me in for competitions as a little girl, you know, because people would say in Scotland, she should go in for that competition and that competition. And invariably, I would win the competitions. It was a sort of a pattern. In other words, you couldn't stop me singing, and it was something that was almost predetermined.
I'm trying not to smile.
Why?
But you're smiling.
Why?
I don't know. Keep going with it, and I'll take the smile off my face.
What are you smiling at?
I don't know. It seems strange that you were sort of, you felt as though you wanted to sing, and you seem to know that you were going to...
I never shut up. Oh. Like now.
I was also saying to you, when I think of Lulu, I think of Sidney Poitier.
Yes, it's very nice. I like to be paired with Sidney Poitier.
I mean, that was a big hit.
It was.
That was a huge movie. Did it change your life?
It certainly did. I mean, I was 16, I think, when I made that film.
16?
17 at most, yeah.
And
it allowed me to travel all over the world, and it allowed me to become successful. And, well, I mean, before that, I had a hit with a song called Shout, and then I was able to work with people like the Beatles and the Stones, and... but the film kind of introduced me to a different audience. I mean, when I think of To Sir With Love, when people mention it to me, they have such a sweet spot in their hearts for that film that it's so lovely, you know, even now, because, I mean, it was a long time ago.
Well, the song alone brings back the memory.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. But how does a 16-year-old cope with that sort of whirlwind success? You meditate, I guess, that's why.
Well, no, I tried, you know, I'd been trying since the 60s to meditate, you know, since then, and I never could do it until I met Gurmai. I think I'm sort of called, people say I'm sort of level-headed. I've got my feet firmly on the ground.
And when you were 16, you did?
That's what, you know, I think I just love to sing, and that's all that really interested me.
Because working with the Stones, as you said, the Beatles, people like that, I mean, that's pretty heady stuff, isn't it?
It was. It was definitely very heady. But mainly, you know, when you start off, you have a hit record, you don't stop working. You have no time for anything else, really. And if that's what you're interested in, and that was all I was interested in, was singing. I couldn't shut up for a minute, and I'm still the same.
You still love singing?
I love it. In fact, I've started recording it again because it's something I kind of let go for a while. I had a few disappointments and I became an actress, you know. I started doing a lot of acting. And then recently, I teamed up with Barry Gibb. I did one track with Barry. I'm going to do 2 more. And I go home and work with a young guy called Nick Kershaw, who's written 3 songs for me. So this will hopefully turn into an album soon as possible. But it takes its time, you know. Well,
we do thank you very much for joining us this morning. I have to rush because I'm frightened to death. My stomach is going to growl one more time before we go.
It's natural, everybody's stomach growls.
Quite right. But I also hope that the meditation goes well. You've come a long way.
You should come.
I might.
On Saturday.
Okay. Thank you, Lulu.
Pleasure.
She can keep her stomach quiet. I thought that was the 8:14 to Central. After the break,
It was.
After the break, Hong Kong's chief gourmet, talking of food, makes a fast food stop down under.
In the tom yum, huh?
Yes.
The tom yum.
Yes.
No shrimp hats.
Kellogg's cornflakes, it couldn't cost more than, what, 20 cents a bowl. I mean, I spend anywhere upwards of $3 to $5 on lunch, and that's just for sandwiches or a little tub of pasta. And yet for breakfast, something that gets me through until lunchtime costs me 20 cents. It's like, it's great. I mean, I'm no king. I have no huge salaries, and so, you know, who could ask for more than 20 cents a bowl?
Kellogg's cornflakes, because the simple things in life are often the best.
It's the Malcolm shave, not Philly shave, because the Comfort Control adapts to my skin sensitivity. And the double action gives me the closest dry shave ever. How? One blade penetrates the hair and lifts it, and the second cuts very low.
Philly Shave, the only electric shaver you can truly call your own.
What, Phil?